We will do module 94, deductions from gross total income, sections 80 DDB, 80 QQB and 80 RRB. So we will see what are these explanations. So here 80, first one we will start with 80 DDB, that is deduction in respect of medical treatment. So this deduction is allowed to individuals and HUFs. I told you every section this explanation is important. The previous one we have seen donations to political parties, companies are getting. So here it is individuals and HUFs. This deduction is allowed under the old income tax scheme. Now this deduction is not available. Those who are opting for new scheme, new tax scheme, then expenditure for medical treatment must be incurred by the assessee or his or her dependent. Now you have to remember meaning of dependent for an individual. It can be the spouse, children, parents, brothers and sisters of the individual or any of them. Now I have explained the rate of deduction. This is two deductions below 60 and 60 or above. This is how the deduction for this section. Two deductions are there. Now rate of deduction below 60 years. Amount actually incurred for the assessee or the dependent or the sum of rupees 40,000 whichever is less in respect of that previous year in which the amount was actually paid. So 40,000 or the amount actually incurred. Some sections we have seen that it's fixed deduction. It is not, this is not fixed deduction. You have to remember, you have to produce the expenditure spent when paid for that. Now, if you are above 60 years of age, amount actually paid in respect of the assessee or the dependent or rupees 1 lakh whichever is less. Now, first one is below 60, 40,000 and above 60, it's 1 lakh. But you have to remember, it's not a fixed deduction. You have to show the expenditure incurred with the proof. Now, who is a senior citizen? Senior citizen means an individual resident in India who is of the age of 60 years or more at any time during the relevant previous year. Now, notified diseases. We will get this for so many diseases are there. Important diseases I have notified. Parkinson's disease, cancer, AIDS, dementia. And another thing you have to remember, prescription of treatment from the doctor is a must to claim this deduction. Then the claim received for the insurance company or employer will be deducted from the amount of the claim under this section. That is also important. You have to remember, sometimes employer will repay some amount. Sometimes they will get from the insurance company. So whatever they are getting that, they will be reducing that amount and the balance only will be eligible for exemption. Second section, 80 QQB. This deduction is in respect of royalty for authors of books. This deduction is allowed for resident individual authors and co-authors. Then this deduction is allowed only under the old tax scheme. As per the new tax scheme, this deduction is not allowed. Now this deduction is allowed if the gross total income includes royalty income. So we have to show that we are getting royalty income, then you can claim it as a deduction. The book must be of a literary, artistic or scientific nature. Now what is the rate of deduction? Rupees 3 lakhs or income from royalty from books. Now the last section, section 80 RRB, deduction in respect of royalty on patents. Now this deduction is allowed to resident and non-resident Indians. So this is very important. The section explanation is starting with who all are eligible. This is eligible for residents and non-resident Indians. Now who is a patentee and who has registered the patent under the Patents Act 1970. This deduction is allowed only under the old tax scheme. Those who opt for the new tax scheme, this deduction is not eligible. Now the gross total income of the assessee must include the income from patents. Same condition is applicable for royalty from books also. The gross total income should include this income. Then only they can claim an exemption. Now what is the rate of deduction under section 80 RRB? Rupees 3 lakhs or income from royalty whichever is less. That meaning whatever they are getting is patent income. So this is what I wanted to explain in this module. Happy learning. Thank you.